Insider, behind the scenes of Princess Leonor and Prince Christian's royal wedding clapperboard. The palace was buzzing, but not with the usual ceremonial energy. Behind the velvet ropes and flashing cameras, something extraordinary was unfolding. Princess Leonor and Prince Christian were moments away from one of the most anticipated royal weddings of the decade. Yet the world had no idea what truly happened behind the scenes. This is the insider story, the untold moments that shaped a historic day. Weeks before the wedding, preparations began in absolute secrecy. Designers, event planners, and palace aides worked tirelessly, balancing centuries-old traditions with the couple's personal tastes. Every detail mattered: the flowers, the seating arrangements, the lighting, even the timing of every walk down the aisle. Insiders reveal that Leonor was deeply involved, not just in choosing her dress, but in selecting colors, fabrics, and arrangements that reflected both her Spanish heritage and Christian's Danish lineage. Christian, too, played a crucial role. Sources report he spent countless hours coordinating elements that honored Denmark's royal customs while ensuring the celebration felt intimate and personal. They were a team from the very start, blending two royal households' expectations into a cohesive vision that would impress the world without overshadowing the love between them. Behind the palace walls, tensions occasionally flared. Family members had strong opinions on protocol and guest lists, and balancing tradition with the couple's desires required careful diplomacy. Yet through every discussion, Leonor and Christian remained remarkably united. Staff described them as calm, focused, and resolutely committed to creating a day that celebrated their bond above all else. The morning of the wedding brought a mixture of nerves and excitement. Leonor's preparations were meticulous. Her hair, makeup, and gown were all finalized with precision, but she also allowed herself quiet moments of reflection. A close aide recalls Leonor pausing for a moment before leaving her suite, gazing at a photograph of her parents, King Felipe and Queen Letizia, and smiling softly. It was a reminder that, while the wedding was public spectacle, it was deeply personal too. Christian, meanwhile, underwent a similar ritual. He spent the morning reviewing speeches, checking in with the groomsmen, and sharing quiet laughter with family members. Both felt the weight of history on their shoulders, but neither let it overshadow the joy of their union. The ceremony itself was flawless on the surface, but insiders reveal a multitude of behind-the-scenes moments that the cameras never captured. Coordinators whispered cues, bridesmaids adjusted hems, and musicians practiced final pieces, all while ensuring that the couple's moments remained undisturbed. Leonor and Christian shared small private gestures, a brief squeeze of the hand, a whispered word, a glance that spoke volumes that only those nearby could witness. Reception planning was equally intricate. The palace worked with culinary experts, florists, and lighting designers to create an atmosphere that was both regal and intimate. Leonor insisted on incorporating personal touches, favorite dishes, meaningful music, and subtle references to their shared history. Christian contributed his own ideas, from table arrangements that honored family heritage to speeches that balanced humor and heartfelt emotion. As the guests arrived, staff reports describe a careful choreography behind the scenes. Each greeting, each photograph, each announcement was timed to perfection. Yet even amid the formality, Leonor and Christian took moments for themselves, quietly stepping aside, sharing smiles, and acknowledging the extraordinary journey that had brought them here. The wedding was more than a ceremony. It was a culmination of years of friendship, understanding, and mutual respect. Observers note that the couple's chemistry was evident not just in public gestures but in subtle interactions, a hand lightly resting on the small of a back, a shared glance that lasted a beat longer than necessary, laughter exchanged quietly between vows. These moments revealed a bond that transcended protocol. Even after the official events, behind the palace doors, celebrations continued in private. Family members exchanged congratulations, shared memories, and toasted the couple's future. Leonor and Christian took time to meet personally with each attendee, showing appreciation and acknowledging the role of family, tradition, and friendship in their journey. The wedding day was meticulously documented, but the true story lies in these private interactions, the careful planning, the fleeting glances, the small but meaningful gestures that told a story of love, collaboration, and mutual respect. Every choice, from floral arrangements to seating orders, was guided by a desire to honor their heritage while celebrating their personal connection. As night fell, the newlyweds shared their first moments alone as husband and wife. Sources describe them walking together along a quiet terrace, reflecting on the day and sharing a conversation filled with gratitude, excitement, and hope for the future. It was a stark contrast to the public spectacle, a reminder that, beneath the crowns and ceremonies, two young people had committed to building a life together grounded in love, respect, and shared vision. Behind the scenes, the royal wedding of Princess Leonor and Prince Christian was a story of meticulous planning, emotional depth, and personal touches that transformed tradition into a celebration of genuine connection. This insider view reveals that, while the world saw grandeur and elegance, the heart of the event was the bond between two people who navigated history, duty, and expectation to celebrate love on their own terms. From the earliest preparations to the quiet, intimate moments after the ceremony, every detail contributed to an unforgettable day. The wedding of Princess Leonor and Prince Christian was not only a public spectacle but also a deeply human story, one of partnership, commitment, and the unseen moments that made it extraordinary. The world witnessed a royal wedding, but insiders know the truth. Behind every polished smile, every elegant gesture, and every orchestrated moment, this was a celebration of real love, shared vision, and the beginning of a lifetime together.